Hello, welcome. This is the weekend tarot reading for all signs of the zodiac. So if you know your astrology chart, you might resonate with a few of the messages. I'm going to use the Magical Mermaid deck today for a message from our spirit guides. I'm going to use my deck for message from Guru, and I'm going to use this deck for the relationship message. So I hope your week's been going all right, and yeah, we'll go into it. Thanks for clicking the thumbs up button because it helps the messages to get out across YouTube. And if you want to book in for a reading or anything like that, just go to the links below because there's a link straight to my website with all the information, or you can message me on Facebook or email me. Okay, so Taurus. Message for Taurus for the weekend. Chemistry. Embrace a mutual attraction. Okay, so you've got great chemistry here between you and someone else coming forth. Could also be like your own energy really getting in a good place, and you know the energy is really right for something that you're doing at the moment. I see Gil. Right, so yeah, because you could have the right chemistry for an opportunity right now as well. So you've got the Page of Wands and the Emperor. It's very good news for you at the moment. You could definitely be really attracted to somebody, or you could be very attracted to an opportunity. And you've got the Emperor card. You're really taking charge. You're doing things your way. You're structuring things from the right energy. You're holding your power. This could be a very good new beginning for you. A very good new beginning for you. Your person has been through difficulties, okay? This person's been through difficulties, but they're on happier times now. 8 of Cups in reversed. That is happier times for your person. Okay, so your person's probably gone through some changes here because we've got 3 cards just all come out, so I'll read all of them. I don't have the energy for this right now. So they have been through a difficult time. I'm affected by cosmic and collective energies. Okay, so they're very sensitive and easily triggered. I know we will be together. So they're coming through to the heart chakra. I mean, if you're single at the moment, what I would say to you is that you're energetically changing, so you're aligning to a much better vibration, and it looks like you're going to draw in somebody else who's sort of doing the same thing as you. If you have had somebody that you've had this chemistry to and it doesn't seem to go, then it looks like they're starting to get themselves in a better place, and really they're still drawn to you, you know. They just are. Let's have a look at the message from Guru. Okay, so Guru guides us back to ourself, back to spirit. The Matrix is trying to keep you in a low vibration. Okay, so that's what it's been trying to do. But you've sort of realised that, and now you're in a much better new beginning. You're much more in your power, and your spirit guides are telling you to have faith. Your prayers are manifesting. Remain positive and follow your guidance. There you go. So that's confirmation, isn't it? That's confirmation, Taurus, that just everything you're doing really at the moment on a spiritual level is just fantastic. It really, really is. And as your energy is improving, the chemistry is coming with somebody. Somebody's getting drawn to you, or an opportunity is getting drawn to you, and it's a much better energy, okay? So it could be quite an interesting and exciting weekend for Taurus. Let's go into Virgo. Okay, Virgo for Friday and the weekend. Faithfulness. Fidelity builds strong relationships. Okay, so now this can have different meanings. I mean, you can take it literally, but you can also say that it's about being faithful to yourself and being true, you know, because when somebody's unfaithful, it's kind of like going into ego. So there's something here about that's really important for Virgo at the moment, to really stay in your truth. And if you do that, things are going to go really well for you, because you're maintaining a higher vibration by staying true to yourself, staying true to perhaps somebody else as well, and it will stand you in good stead. You've got the Eight of Pentacles in reversed, so it's like you pulled back from a situation and you just thought, you know, I can't keep putting all my energy and all my work into this, you know, and that's quite a hard decision to make, you know, especially as a Virgo, because, you know, you do like to put your all into things. But you have made the right decision, and this weekend you should be feeling a lot happier. You're in a much better position now. And so sticking to your truth and what you know to be true in your heart is absolutely the right way to go. You're gonna basically get, you know, your wishes fulfilled, because that is Nine of Cups energy. There's an Emperor here. It obviously is a masculine energy. It doesn't have to be a man, but there's a masculine energy that is, again, it's somebody like what you're working on, really, somebody who's really in their truth, and very solid for you. Okay, I feel like there's a spiritual connection there. This person's saying that I'm ready for a fresh start with you. So look at that. You are really getting rewarded for just staying absolutely true. You're attracting a much stronger, more solid energy to come towards you. The message from Guru, don't let their ego attach to you, you know. And I think that's confirmation, really, that, you know, you've done the right thing to pull back from a person or pull back from a situation, because when we're putting our all into everything and we sense there's something not quite right, usually it's because somebody's ego is coming too close and sort of taking advantage. So you've assessed the situation absolutely right, and this weekend you're going to feel the rewards of that. You're going to feel so much happier that you've stuck to your truth. Okay, because if we allow people's ego to take advantage of us, it really pulls us out of alignment, doesn't it? So you've stood strong, and you've got the message, have faith as well. Your prayers are manifesting, remain positive and follow your guidance. So again, you know, that is absolute confirmation, really, that you've been doing all the right things, Virgo. You're going to feel pleased this weekend that you have. It's really going to be worth all the decisions that you've been making. And your spirit guides are very happy with what you're doing. And it feels like the beginning of a chapter for you, where you've got people or a particular person who is going to be, you know, true to you and treat you as you deserve, with respect. So let's go into Capricorn. So if you've got Capricorn anywhere in your chart, you may resonate. Capricorn for Friday and the weekend. Afraid. It's time to let go of any insecurities, okay? Now I'm getting a strong inner child vibration with this. The inner child, the reason why I usually refer to it as like the inner child story is because, you know, the inner child isn't really real. It's really just a sort of aspect of the ego. But, you know, sometimes it helps to call it the inner child because it can give you a bit more of a tangible way of understanding why you've been doing certain things you've been doing. The reason why you've been doing certain things that you were doing or feeling certain ways that you've been feeling that have been a bit out of alignment is because part of your ego, the inner child, has been wanting something, you know, and it's feeling insecure. I mean, the ego is always going to feel insecure because it's not one with source. But seeing it as an inner child can help to help you understand yourself better and then perhaps take care of yourself better. You know, there's a lot of progress for you. I feel you're beginning to make a lot more understandings about yourself, and the fact that you kind of have to understand yourself better and care for yourself better, and that you know, you're not going to find yourself in somebody else. You've got the Lover's card. You know, we can't find ourselves in another person, and you're making a lot of progress with that with the Eight of Wands. You are making a lot of progress. You're understanding yourself much better and you're being kinder to yourself. You're starting to understand why you were doing certain things that were a bit pointless or not really helpful because it wasn't really what your inner child wanted you to be doing. So I think there's a breakthrough for Capricorn, you know, this weekend. It's going to help you move on from the past. Six of Cups in reversed. Okay, so I think you've been involved with somebody who's frustrated you, who's been stuck. They're not really healing, but things are going to get easier for this person. They've got here the Fool and Six of Swords, so things are going to start getting easier for this person now. They've been through a bit of a blip, you know, and there's progress here for both of you. Loads of cards just came out then. That's quite interesting. So yeah, they were probably frustrating you, you know, and you didn't really know if you could trust them. They probably disappointed you, but basically they were quite stuck, like a stuck energy, and they've been working on letting go of the past as well. But they were stuck in their healing, but there's a shift here this weekend for this person. There's a definite shift, and there's a shift for you as well, a breakthrough for Capricorn. Oh my goodness. You've got somebody here saying, I want to date you. So there's a shift here for somebody, and it feels like they're going to approach you. And I feel it's because you're making some sort of energetic breakthrough in yourself, realising, I don't need to find myself in somebody else, realising why have I been doing certain things the way I've been doing them. So now you can better caretake of yourself and everything like that, and neutralise the energy within you. When we neutralise our energy, that brings us closer to source, you know, and when we're closer to source, we tend to attract things rather than have to chase them. It does feel like someone's going to be approaching you. Things are definitely getting easier and more positive for that person and for you. The message, this is interesting. Let go. This is from Guru, okay? Guru guides us back to self. Let go. If it is meant for you, it will return. So that's exactly right. You won't have to chase things. They will get drawn to you, because you're neutralising your energy. So it's quite a lot of information, but hopefully you know what I'm trying to say. So yeah, it is about taking care of yourself. So this is confirmation that where you're, you know, tuning into yourself better and understanding, oh, I was doing that because of that reason and I don't really need to do that. Actually, what my inner child needs is this, care, nurturing. And that just brings you to the state of peace that your inner child wanted the whole time. Tranquility, look at that. Make time to relax, be still, enjoy solitude, indulging in much needed self-care. So there you go. So I really do feel for Capricorn, as you start to learn to nurture yourself, your connections will become more nurturing, and more forthcoming as well, you know. So that's confirmation if you've been working on that type of thing. So it should be a nice weekend for you, really, quite relaxing, you know, quite gentle. And also, you know, you may hear from somebody, or they may be starting to bring their energy closer. So let's have a look at Aquarius then. Happiness. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Happiness. Unlock the doors to happiness. Beautiful. Okay, so happiness on the way for Aquarius this weekend. A happy time. Oh yeah. It is. It's like you're celebrating. You could be socialising this weekend or healing something this weekend within yourself. It's a card of healing and celebration, and things getting easier. You're on a smoother road now. You're on a smoother path. That's confirmation. Let's just pick a card for your person. You've done well to concentrate on yourself. Your spirit guides are very close. You've got somebody with a masculine energy as well. They could be on the earth plane or in spirit, who's sort of here to help you. Okay, this is somebody that is here to help you. It doesn't have to be a man, but it's somebody that's got strong energy. You know, they've got some masculine energy there. They want to help you. They don't just want to. This is predestined that they have to help you. Now, there's also somebody saying, I'm at a crossroads and I'm choosing which path to take. So that could be somebody else that's going through this crossroads. You know, I'm sure they'll get guided. Spirit's guiding all of us. Message from Guru. Okay, desire is temporary. So if you've been noticing different desires come up within you, it's just confirmation to remind you that, you know, it's temporary. Maybe you've already made that realisation. You're like, my God, I really wanted that thing. It was driving me crazy. But actually I didn't really want that thing. And that's because the ego just confuses us all the time. And we can get a real urge, like we think we need something, and then we realise actually we didn't really need it. So, you know, you're tuning in much better into yourself, and things are going to get easier now because you've gone through some sort of healing process. So you understand now, oh, whatever it was you were doing, you didn't really need to do it. Protection. You've definitely got someone protecting you, either here on the earth plane or in spirit. You, your loved ones and your possessions are safe and protected by heaven. So you're being protected and your loved ones are being protected. And you've got happiness this weekend. Things getting easier. Something's definitely healed within you so that you can now move forward and it's a bit more smoother for you. And it may have been linked to some kind of desire. I mean, it could even be the desire to help someone, you know, that you needed to realise wasn't really necessary. Or it may have been another type of desire that was tempting and you've realised, oh, it was just a part of me that needed healing. It was wanting something, but perhaps the thing that you were wanting wasn't really what you actually needed. And I feel like what you actually do need is this really lovely person or spirit who is helping you in the right way. So a lovely weekend for Aquarius there. Let's go into Gemini. Okay, Gemini, karmic. Notice the karmic lessons in this situation. So, Gemini, welcome. You've been breaking karmic patterns. Spirit is getting you to notice where, you know, certain patterns just keep looping, keep repeating again and again until you can figure out why. And then you're able to have that like light bulb moment and you go, oh, now I realise why I kept doing that. It was not necessary, or it is not necessary, you know. So there's some kind of awakening going on for Gemini this weekend. You know, you've been making very good choices, very safe choices, and that's kind of what you're working on this weekend, where you're breaking a karmic pattern within yourself. Well done. It's not easy to do. I'm trying to work on my karmic patterns all the time, and it does take a lot of perseverance. But Nine of Pentacles and Four of Pentacles, they both mean making wise, mature, safe choices for ourselves, and that puts us in a really good position in a lot of different ways. Most importantly, energetically, puts us in a really good position. So, you know, you've been raising your level of consciousness to notice where inside you've been repeating some sort of unhealthy pattern. And this weekend, it is like a bit of a breakthrough, because you're going to be really aware of that, and probably feel more stable in yourself to just keep doing that, you know, keep making the healthy choices and keep moving forward, you know. Okay, so there's somebody connected to you with Queen of Swords energy. This person could be going through a separation. Okay. That person can be depicted as bitter or sad. Okay. This person says, I know I need to get help. I'm going to get help and I know I need to. So I would say to you, this person's going to make some realizations this weekend about what they need to do for themselves to get themselves in a better position. It's good. You know, this person's growing in wisdom. The message from Guru to guide us back to self, you are not alone, you are one. Okay, so any feelings of feeling a bit alone at times, you know, you could even be making this realization, you know, how can you be alone when you're alone, you're actually closer to spirit? It's mad, but you know, you're actually closer to spirit when you are alone, because when you're alone, it's just pure consciousness. If you're putting the ego to one side, it's like you can actually access pure consciousness when you're alone. I mean, you can do it around other people, but it can be more challenging. So there's a breakthrough for you, realizing that you are whole and complete. You don't need to rely on karmic patterns to sustain you. So healthy choices and feeling probably a lot more resilient in yourself. That's interesting. Contemplation time. Spend time alone meditating upon what you truly desire. So your spirit guides are talking about this kind of, you know, energy of you being careful with what you do, careful where you put your energy, not touching objects and people, contemplating, you know, coming within, realizing I'm not alone, I'm actually more connected to spirit, you know. And the more connected to spirit you are, the more abundant you become. You know, and then people want to spend time with you and people want to connect with you, don't they? It's mad how it works. So a lot of deep work going on for Gemini at the moment. You're definitely breaking karmic patterns this weekend. You will notice a big breakthrough, and I feel like you're becoming more and more confident in how you're living your life, you know. Okay, so let's go into Libra. I hear dogs downstairs barking. It's a bit off-putting, to be honest. Libra, triangle. Evaluate your emotions for a firm decision. Okay, so you may have felt very torn lately. You know, like, oh, part of me wants this, part of me wants that. So it feels like this weekend could be some clarification for you. Okay. Yeah, things are really going to pick up for you now. Page of Cups. This is you really tuning into yourself. It's really good news. Feeling very spiritual, feeling, you know, much happier. Giving love to yourself, giving love to your inner child, giving you... I don't really like to bring the inner child back to life, but it is a way of tuning into the ego and understanding why the ego is making us do certain things. The ego tends to make us do things in a destructive way. So it can be helpful to sort of see it as an inner child, and it feels like you're actually more caring and kind to yourself this way. And things are going to pick up for you. Where you may have felt very stuck, this weekend things are going to pick up for you, and you're going to get this clarity over this sort of situation where you've just, you know, felt a bit stuck with something that you decided to do, or, you know, maybe to do with love or your feelings. It definitely feels it's shifting massively for you this weekend. So I think you're just going to be really kind and gentle to yourself and realise, oh, that's the key. That's what I needed to do the whole freaking time. Now, your person here, you've got somebody here, okay, who... they've got sort of like a commitment towards you, but it's not in the usual sense of the words, because it's the Four of Wands in reversed. Also, they may, I don't know, I mean, this is just another side message, it might not make sense, but for some of you it might be that they tend to come to your home, but they don't welcome you into their home, or something like that. So that might be symbolic. This person's trying to telepathically communicate with you. That's what I mean. I think energetically this person is still there. This is probably what you've been stuck on, but you're starting to create a lot more self-love and understand that what can I actually do for myself and give to myself that is healthy. What is it that I've really been yearning for underneath, you know, instead of gravitating to the things that weren't helping. It's a breakthrough for you. Things start to pick up this weekend. So Libra, you're going to be feeling happier. And message from Guru is let go. If it is meant for you, it will return. Okay. So Guru's guiding us within, you know, and that's what you're doing beautifully this weekend. So your energy starts to pick up, because it's like, oh, that's what I've needed to do the whole time for me, and something's clicking for you. And it's like, oh, I don't need toxic patterns or gravitate to things that are unhealthy. Actually, what my inner child needs is love, you know, and so you're going more within like that, and you're more able to surrender then. You can be more centered to surrender and just see, well, if this person is energetically still linked, technically they should come back, you know. Yeah, Spirit is just telling you to rest. I mean, that's very inner child, isn't it? Look at that. So Libra, it's a very nice gentle energy for you this weekend, and it's picking up in a very gentle, nice way. You're looking after yourself better, you're starting to understand certain things, and you're more at peace. You know that if something's meant for you, it is going to return, you know, and most likely I think it will. Okay, so Leo, happiness. Unlock the door to happiness. Brilliant. So you're really tuning into what you need, really tuning into what's good for you right now. And this is a big breakthrough. I think this is the name of the whole energy for this weekend is breakthrough. You know, you're in a really good position. You're really aligned. you're coming from a good place now. You've got it all set up. That's what Spirit's saying. Spirit's confirming really that, Leo, you've got things set up now in the right way. And you're on track. You're on a much better track than you were. You've got a lot to offer, and you know you've got a lot to offer. So you're feeling good. You're feeling more healthy. Now your person has a bit of a shock. Something for them is shocking. It could just be your energy and how it is just so different. They're going to have a sudden moment, and I wouldn't be surprised if they contact you or something happens with this, with an opportunity or a situation. It feels very sudden, and it feels like you're igniting it because of your energy. Let's have a look at your message from Guru. Okay, the Matrix is distracting you. So I feel that is exactly what was happening. The Matrix was sort of distracting you. And then you were pulling yourself out of alignment into different situations, people or opportunities. And you're just on fire. You're just like, boom, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm doing what I want to do. I want to do what's right for me. And you're not going to get distracted. You're going to be on point now. Let's see what your spirit guides are saying. Okay, so they are talking about rest. Yeah, it's like, oh my God, you can rest. Spirit is saying you can rest. You don't have to feel like you've got to keep working, keep going crazy. It's all about energy, and it's confirmation that, Leo, you have basically got yourself into a very good position because you followed your desires, you followed your happiness, you followed your joy. You're in this good position, your energy's great. So just rest, just relax, because a situation, a person is going to have there's going to be some sort of sudden realization within someone or something, and I feel it coming towards Leo very quick. You know, and you can just allow it because you've got your energy doing the work. So it's good because you've made positive changes for yourself. Now the external reality is becoming more positive. Okay, let's go into Aries. Okay, teamwork. Be united for a good relationship. Okay, so teamwork. It's like being faithful to each other. It's like being true to yourselves, and then you can be true to each other. Progress. There is movement, okay, and I want to say to you that there's something going on here with the universe, okay? It's some sort of cosmic energy, like probably part of your predestined plan, that something's happening in a certain way, okay? And that it can feel a bit stressful, but I get a sense of you feeling better about it this weekend. You know, Chariot is like an initiation where you don't have your own free will here. The Fool in reverse means lack of free will. It's to do with a new beginning in your life, and you know, you're having to surrender to the way things are evolving in your life. You know, your spirit team, the teamwork card could be about you and your spirit team as well. That you have to work with your spirit team. You're going through an important initiation spiritually, and it has to happen at this predestined time. It is going to take you forward, you know, but Spirit is in charge of how it all happens. You've got somebody there that is a King of Pentacle energy. Okay, strong masculine energy there, who is practical and generous and strong. Okay, I think this person has felt the influences of others. Okay, others are trying to tell me what to do. But it's like this weekend, they've got a much more, they're more tuned in. I feel like this person's going to be more tuned in this weekend. They're working more with their senses. And yeah, it's like they're coming into a better alignment. Let's see what your message from Guru is. You are not a false ego identity. You are your true self. And I mean, maybe that's why Spirit's been putting you through this initiation. Spirit's been keeping you held back until you would work with Spirit in the right way, work with your life in the right way. You know, you can't do things from the false self. You can only do things from the true self. So, God, Aries, what the hell's going on? I mean, this is interesting. You're being taken up a level. It's like Spirit won't compromise with you anymore. Spirit is saying, no, now is the time for you to be in your mastery. Now is the time for you to be your true self in relationships. And the same for your person. Your person has to do the same. Accept heaven's help. You have prayed for help, so get out of the way, let heaven help you. So that's interesting, isn't it? Because I said to you that teamwork card could be to do with your spirit team and working together as a team with your spirit team. You know, if things haven't felt aligned or felt right, it's because Spirit is trying to tell you to stop and wait, because they're going to take care of it. And they're going to be bringing someone towards you who's in a much more healthy energy. So, you know, you could have a masculine energy here this weekend who's much more genuine, but it's happening because you are accepting heaven's help now. You are rejecting the false self. You are in your truth. So you are attracting an opportunity or a person that is in their truth. Genuine. This is genuine energy. So it's very nice. Very nice. Let's go into Sagittarius. Okay. Arrival. Love may be just around the corner. My goodness. Okay. So there is love very, very close to Sagittarius. So close. Okay, Ten of Swords. Chariot. Okay, so you've had to end something and it's caused a lot of tears. There may have been endings that made you feel quite desolate, okay? Now, you've got the Chariot card, okay, for this weekend. So there's great progress and mastery for you. You're being taken through an initiation, a spiritual initiation. You've got the Arrival card. Something's about to change for Sagittarius. Your person is being willed by Spirit to have great courage. Okay, Two of Swords, great courage. You have to have great courage as well, because it's like everything was taken away from you. Everything was being stripped back. But now, in this Chariot energy, you're being now pushed through this initiation. And you're going to do very well. You're going to pass the spiritual tests that Spirit's been wanting to see you move through successfully. And your person rising too here. I need to get help. I know I need to. So they're going to get help. They're going to get help from Spirit or their spirit guides, or maybe help here on the earth plane. Okay, and you've got the treasure chest. Ooh, an unexpected windfall of new abundance comes to you now. So yeah, you are going to be successful in your initiation that you're going through. It's horrible. It's like Spirit's put you through some horrible kind of test lately. And it's been it's caused a lot of tears and a lot of, well, probably wounds, like old wounds to be purged out. But what they're saying is that you had to go through this process because it was to help you detox old karma. And now that you've basically done that, I feel this weekend's going to be more enjoyable to you, because you're like a clearer vessel. And this is basically meaning that you're getting much closer to spirit. If you work with spirit, you're going to notice the voice of spirit, the presence of spirit in your life is getting stronger. You're learning a lot of deep spiritual lessons, like surrender, let go, it will work out. Let go, if it is meant for you, it will return. You've got the arrival card. I think someone needs to get help. Whatever way they access that help is up to them. But I think they're going to find the courage, and spirit's arriving more deeply in your life. Oh yeah, we've got the treasure chest, haven't we? I already picked that. An unforeseen windfall of new abundance comes to you now. Why does abundance come to us? Because we're closer to spirit. Source is the true abundance. That's what you're doing. That is what Sagittarius is doing. So abundance coming through to you. Love very possibly coming back in. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody contacts you, or maybe this is new love, I don't know. But something's happening there for Sagittarius. Very good news. Very good news. Okay, let's go into Scorpio. Resolutions. Strive for harmonious solutions. Every solution you make at the moment, Scorpio, has to be very gentle. Has to be very gentle with your energy system. Yeah, you can't do anything that kind of jars on you at the moment. It really, really won't work. King of Wands, you're making much more mature and sensible decisions for yourself. Death card. Ooh, yeah. Do you know, this is a total rebirth for you. You're going through a total rebirth at the moment. Look at that. That is a rebirth because you've matured. You're not prepared to take silly risks anymore. You have matured. You're going through an absolute rebirth this weekend, and you're going to be feeling it. You're going to be feeling more harmonious. It will be like, oh, thank the Lord. That's what I say sometimes. Do you know what I mean? Because you're just like, oh, it's such a relief. I feel like a sense of relief for you. You know? And your person's got the Fool. I mean, this person could have acted like a bit of a fool. But I feel you hear you have a new opportunity with someone. Perhaps someone new, or perhaps somebody that was acting like a fool. Yeah, look at this. That's confirmation. I feel you would not stoop to that level. You know, I'm in a dark place. Spirit is sending me light. I don't think you would. You would not stoop to that level. It wasn't your level of maturity. You're moving into your mastery. And you feel peaceful in yourself. Because you know this weekend that you've sort of broken the back of it, if that makes sense. You've broken through it. So you're going into your rebirth phase. You're going into your mastery with this now, which is a relief because I think it's been quite a sort of long road for you. And it will have been testing because you've had to clear out some old karmic energy, say no to a situation that wasn't resonating, and stay in your power and hold your light. That's not easy to do. You know, based off the fact that, let's face it, we all came into this incarnation on a lot lower vibration than we are now. And we're always breaking new grounds in this soul family. And it's bloody hard because nobody showed us how to do it. We're having to do it ourselves, you know. But you're doing it. That's the main thing. Yeah, Spirit is saying don't chase or contact. So that is confirmation that you are holding the light. You're not going to bow down to this energy. This energy is going to have to rise up, you know, and it's going to either have to be that person rising up, or it's going to have to be someone completely new, or a new opportunity, you know, because you're not going back to the old opportunities. Your spirit guides are saying, let yourself receive. Allow others to give you loving care. Receive without guilt or apologies. Receive, receive, receive. Your rebirth is opening you up to abundance and receiving. You're standing in your power. You're holding your light. You're going to be receiving much better things without having to chase or contact. Right, let's go into Pisces. Pisces. Afraid. It is time to let go of any insecurities. Has your inner child, it's the aspect of the ego that eventually we want to get rid of the inner child, right? That's why I call it the inner child story. But, you know, while you've still got one, it can help you understand, you know, why you've been feeling certain ways. Why were you feeling that way? Why were you doing those things? Because your inner child was afraid, you know, and you've made a lot of progress with that. Because sometimes we're giving our inner child the wrong thing, aren't we? It's a rebirth for you. You are standing in your power. You are in much better alignment. You know, death to rebirth and the Knight of Wands. You know, you're not going to go back to any toxic patterns or drama. You're just not, because you realise now it's not what you were looking for and it's not what you need. You are getting yourself into a place of security. Now, I want to tell you that whoever was causing the drama or the toxicity or whatever situation it was, it's being forced to wake up. Hangman reversed. You know, a new perspective has to come. Spirit does not allow this person to go back to sleep. It is sort of like a day of reckoning for this person. I'm affected by cosmic and collective energies. So they're very easily triggered. And, you know, but now Spirit's not really going to let this person keep regressing. This is all predestined, that they have to enter a higher vibration. Okay, okay, so the message from Guru, the ego wants to tell you negative stories. It's a reminder, you know, that your ego, it's the ego part of the human that wants us to keep stuck in those old negative patterns, either the thought patterns or the behavioural patterns, the habits. Because the ego can't survive when we sort of stop doing those things, you know. So I just feel a massive breakthrough, because I think you know that. I think your level of consciousness has gone up and you know how to love yourself and tend to yourself in more healthy ways rather than those other ways. And that person can't trigger you anymore. They have to wake up. Spirit is saying, what's your thoughts? It is important to only think about what you desire and not what you fear. So isn't that interesting? Because both messages from Spirit are about Pisces having a lot more awareness of the thoughts that you have, and that you don't need to drop into those negative thoughts, because it's not what your inner child wants, and it's not what's going to make you feel secure. You know, you're sensing more on a deeper level what it is you really need, what it is you really want, and you're coming into your power. And your person's waking up to that truth as well. So what are they going to do, you know? So, okay, so let's go into Cancer. Cancer for the weekend. Curiosity. Oh, learn to be curious about each other. Okay. And you can also learn to be curious about yourself. And that's a really good form of self-inquiry. which Ramana Maharishi taught, you know, who's feeling that feeling? Who's wanting that thing? You know, who's wanting this? Who's needing this? Oh, it's my ego. It's my inner child, you know. You can be curious about, you know, why is that situation, why is that person drawing me in? You know, there's an ending here and you're coming into your sort of skill mastery. You've got the Ten of Swords, so there has been tears. You have felt desolate at times. Cancer, you've got my hugs. I understand. I've been going through it all myself. But look at this, and interestingly, Three of Pentacles, that's the card I pulled for myself last night. Came out for me last night. We're becoming a lot more skilled and in our mastery at how we deal with the sadness in our life and the emotions in our life. It's like, oh yeah, now I understand. Now I understand the whole time that, you know, why am I getting upset? Oh, it's because my inner child's upset. Why is my inner child upset? Oh, because, you know, I've been putting myself in toxic situations, or I've been giving myself loads of negative self-talk. Once you can make those connections, eventually you can just let go of the inner child, because it's just an aspect of the ego. You're getting in your mastery at noticing when your ego is trying to take you down a negative path and you're not going to do it anymore. There's somebody that you were attracting who was in a state of lack, a state of loss. And that's probably, you were mirrors to each other. You know, you were grieving, you were going through a difficult time, they were going through a difficult time. So there was that kind of resonance, you know, but you're now moving into your mastery. So attracting somebody in a state of lack or loss or not giving, you know, isn't really for you anymore, and this person needs to rise up. This could be the beginnings of somebody doing that for you. I know that you are, I know that you are the one I want to spend my life with. I feel you're drawing an energy, Cancer, of somebody that does want to give. This is somebody that has been through loss, or maybe it's somebody new. You're turning the tables. Look at that, Queen of Pentacles. You're turning the tables of what you attract. You're turning it around because you have moved into your mastery. You've done your purging and you know now, you know who you are and how to sustain yourself. So you're now attracting, you've put yourself in higher vibration, now you're attracting a higher vibration. They're saying to you, detach from the triggers. So if any triggers do come up, Guru is just saying, you know, it's always wise to detach from those triggers. I think that's where you're in your mastery now. You can detach from the triggers and say to your inner child, you know, or your ego, whatever you want to call it, no, you know, you triggered, but I'm not going to let you do something toxic because it's not healthy. It's not healthy and it's not spiritually aligned. You're on track, Cancer. There ain't no stopping you. Tranquility. It's like you can actually even just enjoy this sense of peace, sense of harmony within yourself. I feel like, Cancer, really enjoying this weekend, you know, because you sense you've got a lot more mastery over yourself and you're actually enjoying it, you know. And if you notice any feelings that are uncomfortable, you can be curious about them and be like, oh, why, you know. But you may end up learning more about somebody. I feel like there's more to learn about somebody, and that's on the way. And it's somebody that is going to give to you, who is generous, who is real, okay? So there's a lot turning around for Cancer at the moment, you know, coming into a more solid vibration now after all that work we've been doing. So thanks for liking, thanks for subscribing. If you want to book in, click on the link to my website. It comes up with all the information, how to contact me. You can email me, Facebook me, and I'm sending you lots of love and peace for the weekend.